Answers of an Alien from Andromeda, Video 133, May 23, 2015. Sorry for the absence. We were in a nearby star system of you, here in the Milky Way, doing a survey at the request of CG in the 2 planets which are harboring colonies humanoids that are getting the level 0 of your and other systems. We can say that everything is running normally there. Mithy, does anywhere in the universe exist an unhealthy monetary system like the one we use here? Of course yes. Monetary systems are great tools to trade social goods and raw materials between planets. The ideal monetary system is not one imposed by those who have more wealth, resources or armies. The monetary system in more advanced societies, including mine, is based on the balance between what that planetary society consumes and what it offers to other societies. The councils that govern the economy aimed at surplus resources, encouraging activities and prospecting for resources inside and outside of the planets. This is the concept of macroeconomy for the well-being of the society in question as a whole, where the individuals living in that society can have everything they need to live and carry on their professions without having to worry about having to receive wages the end of each month to survive. The concept of richness is different when you realize you do what you love and nothing you lack, so you can continue to develop in the area that you enjoy. If I decide I want to rest and meditate a bit, I can go to any holiday colony on the planets that I want without having any monetary cost for it. After a relaxing time, will miss the work that I enjoy doing and rested back to my chores and perhaps with renewed ideas to put into practice. As there are not people who need help in my society, I chose part of aid to the developing colonies where I feel good driving my studies and research. Have never needed any money in my pocket. The board that governs the Manchic planets provides all any of us need, want or wish to have. Turning to the monetary system, all affiliates galactical community work with the credit and debit system in which all members have their credit position in real time to meet its planets of their need. If a member requires resources beyond their credits with the justification of use for increasing their capacity in or out of your planet, the CG Council invests credits that planet and provides all the help necessary for that purpose can be achieved by that member in order to make it productive and self-sufficient as is possible. Those who have more always help those who have less, so there is the best balance for that region. You do not feel well living in a mansion surrounded by shacks of slum dwellers, isn't? The difference is that you want to get away from poverty by contempt or indifference. Hardly go through your head help them overcome the condition in which they are to their house did not detract much from yours. Well, the new society level 1 will now think so, because only so the planet can join the community galactica as a healthy society and social development. When you go to have investment in people and not in ostentation, respect and admire the nature of the planet and all beings that live in it, everyone will go to paradise without leaving your own planet. As I said before, if your life or one of you are in danger, you will not ask the outstretched hand to save you from what religion it is, or whether it is rich or poor, or if it is earthling or extraterrestrial. So, the person you help save or improve their lives today, could be the savior of one of your children or grandchildren tomorrow. A society is like a chain, and broken or weak links have to be repaired and strengthened, so that the chain can have real utility and fulfill its function. We cannot amend pieces of your social chain. You have to fix your chain to your planet, show the feasibility, expected by many of us. Understand that this is what your elites want to do, discard the pieces of chain that they consider weak and unnecessary, keeping only the pieces they consider strong and important for the formation of the chain that they hope represents the planet for future relationships with other colonies. One day they will learn that the blood of your equal will not serve to fix the chain, however, is weakening the piece of them about to let it unusable. Mythi, in space what could be more dangerous to a planet like ours, which neither Pleiadians could avoid? One of the most dangerous things in the universe is pieces of a neutron star wandering through space at high speeds. To give you an idea, a neutron ball approximately 2 meters in diameter weighs the equivalent of the entire planet Earth, and has the same gravitational field. The matter that makes up the neutron star lost all empty space of their atoms, and when the electrons joined with protons they neutralized, forming neutrons and some other particles, and the resulting matter is the most concentrated in the universe. If a ball with 2 meters come in very high speed towards the Earth or your Sun, go through from one side to another as if they were made of gas, and virtually continue with the same speed that came, only leaving a huge mess behind. The only way to stop a neutron-errant body is trying to change its course to collide with a far greater neutron star. Only crewlines and another 3 known breeds have the know-how to redirect these impressive bolides. Mythi, there are theories that electrical interactions with planets or large asteroids caused the depressions on Mars, literally digging into the surface. There is something plausible about it? That would be an interesting theory, but it's not what happens. If so, you could observe rays going in large quantities by stellar systems. An electric discharge was observed going on between planets or other celestial bodies. The interaction between these celestial bodies is magnetic only. Mars, the surface was not excavated by lightning but by other geological accidents and water, as the pictures shown to your scientific community did not show the real oceans of Mars. Hence these theories arise only based on assumptions. Discharges with intense enough power to cause the kind of superficial action on a planet would be seen from far away by any telescope, and galaxies would be great Christmas trees emitting flashes of thousands of huge lightnings. So, there are no electrical interactions of this type between the planets, the space has no friction. There is no static electricity to form this type of surface charge. You can create such experiences in a laboratory under special conditions, but the space does not work like that. Mythi, we found another codex filled with pictures and a strange script located in a Hungarian museum called Rehonk Codex. What is it? These writings that you guys named Rehonk is not a real language. This is an old system used since the Saxis civilization occupied that area. This is a system used to prevent other societies could read the chronicles, science and histories of their civilization. You use a similar system called stenography or shorthand, in which symbols mean a variable idea in the context of the sentence. Someone, possibly an expert in hieroglyphics, had access to the table of keys to understand this old system and used it to write this manuscript thousands of years later, at a time when the remains of Saxis civilization had not even been found by your archaeologists. Very interesting. He did not want anyone to know he was comparing various doctrines and religions, showing the social side, the good and the demonic in each of them, including citing specific kings and kingdoms. If this had been deciphered at the time, he certainly would have been killed by any of the fanatical sects of his epoch. But it's only story according to the views of this ancient chronicler. Mythi, most of the people we spoke to, are upset about the events that appear are increasing in the world, the inner feeling that something is about to happen. Something big is really going to happen? Planetary alignment? First things first. The planetary alignment works as follows. If planets are among you and the Sun, there will be a decrease in the interaction of gravitational forces can generate a few changes. If the alignment is after your gravitational tunnel, planet will be intensified in proportion to the force exerted by planets beyond your to remain connected to the Sun. The larger the planets aligned, the greater the power tunnel to which your planet is subject. But even then, it may cause minimal changes in pressure inside the planet, which would not be the real cause of any major magnitude event. However, a bulk plasma emission from your Sun, it can cause a real increase of temperature and excessive expansion of the magma layers, accelerating processes that are within its limits. If something happens during this close alignment, they can say with certainty that it was only coincidence. The increases that are observed in the volcanic and tectonic regions, you guys know, that is the result of natural growth on the planet, which now no longer has the direct intervention of the Arthurian. The nature will have to run its course. If it is delayed more than it already was, the manifestation will be much more destructive, where not applicable for anyone. Existing supervolcanoes are likely to be manifested now or towards the end of the changes. It depends only on the tectonic movement that is not fully predictable by dozens of crucial factors involved. The existing supervolcano in North America is in a region that could become extremely unstable tectonically speaking, so it may have a major eruption but may also only pouring lava regionally as any volcano. This will depend on the internal pressure of the liquid lava at the event. The more volcanoes erupting on the planet on occasion lower the overall pressure to an explosion. I said long ago to observe the events. The more active volcanoes, less chance of a big located catastrophe. If the tectonic plates start moving across the Pacific, the pressure to an explosion in western North America will decrease proportionately. Your fauna for some time is showing that survival is increasingly difficult for these changes. You have seen what is happening on the planet as a whole with the animals. Think that it is quickly will extend to you guys as a direct consequence. Try to think of all alternative possibilities of subsistence until it can be started some interaction between us. Your governments are preparing surprises openly, just do not realize who is with fully closed eyes. So carefully monitor developments and prepare in every way to avoid this last attempt to subdue you to the plans prepared by them. Be well all of you.